Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. We're here for day 12 of Junk Journal Round Robin. Already day 12, holy moly. Okay, so I've got Shell's little brown envelope and then Mary Ellen's, it's a big one today. Let's start with Mary Ellen's big one. The big one. Nice big envelope to use as well. Okay. Oh, these are cool. Yeah, I love these. Oh, look at that. That's got a nice, like, all right. I feel like we're going to be here for a while. This is a project. I need to straighten this out a little. Where's my bone folder is over here. Here you are. I see you. I still have not found my big white bone folder. I don't know if you guys remember it, if you've been here for a while. I used to have this big white bone folder. I have completely lost it. I don't know what has happened to it, but I mostly suspect it has fallen into my recycle bin, because that would be the explanation for like how things go missing in my studio. Because they really don't leave my desk, those kind of things. They don't. Okay, so let's set that aside and see what Shell sent. Tickets. Okay, cool. Okie dokies. It's another day of red and blue. Like, that's funny. Yesterday was red and blue, and we've got red and blue today. So I'm going to set the packaging materials aside. So the reason I say red and blue, we had this yesterday, remember? Okay. So let's think about how I want to deconstruct here. So these things are cool. I love those, actually. Okay, so let me think how I can make the most of this. This is fun. And both of these have them. Okay, and then this also has them. It does, yeah. But in a different, oh no, it's the same kind of concept. And it's just, it doesn't have much going on up here because like it has this to support it. So any papers that jut up, it would be supported. Okay, so I think we're going to deconstruct this a little. I'm going to take the whole thing apart, but I think I want to see if I can I turn this off? I like this brown tape. I want to get one of those rolls of that like cool brown packaging tape. I forget who I see use it often, but I'm always like, I want that. And then we have Teflon at the back here. This is Teflon, which is excellent for using on spines. It's very good. Okay. We need the chopper. And with this, I'm going to chop this edge. Okay. Actually, I don't need to do that. Take the curve off this. Good. Okay. Keep this aside. I might use it. We'll see. Okay, so that's this part. Now, so this comes up. This comes up. Okay. Fold this up like so. I want there to be a little bit of a, yeah, okay. Like that. Bone folder. And then this can also fold down. It's an on-the-fly conceptual construction kind of day. Okay, I'm gonna try to round the corners here if I can. Actually, I'll open it and that'll be easier. 1/2 inch. 1, 2 feet. Okay. So we'll set that aside and now we'll work on the blue. Same kind of thing we got to do here. I'm just going to cut the Teflon apart. So we're turning this into 2 pieces here. And we want to cut this off. Cool. Then four and a half, I think. Might be fun. Good. And then we'll flip this over so I get matched up round edges. And again at 4 1/2. And then we'll set that aside. These are going to go together. Promise I have a plan here, guys. You're going to see it shortly. I just got to get the construction out of the way here. Trim this down to get the Teflon off. And I gotta take the tab off this. Actually, no I don't. No I don't. No I don't. Alright. 4 1/2 again. And then maybe I'm gonna cut the, I'm gonna keep the tab, but cut off the excess. And then we'll see the size of the tab here at 4 1/2. Okay. And that will be set aside. All right, so I need 2 minutes to grab some stuff. So I've gotten a few supplies, and I think we have a little bit more modifying of this folder to do. So the first thing I'm thinking is, what do I want to make? I want to make, I think, 2 small, long field guide type books out of these covers. And I've got a really beautiful an encyclopedia of herbs. And the nice thing is that they actually well, the images will fit very nicely that way, and also they're double-sided, so like we're going to get 2 nice images, right? So I first need, I think, to just even up these. I've also grabbed some of this nice blue ledger log type paper because I think it will create harmony because it's a blue field guide, so we'll put some blue inside of it to kind of give it that harmony. And then I also just grabbed some nice older ledger from like an antique ledger book that has the months across the top, just because I think it'll add some nice junk journal feel to it. And then for like main base papers, I grabbed some craft cardstock in brown and white. And I'm trying to decide, like, will I be okay with the length of these, or do I want to try to maybe bring them a little shorter, like in order to be able to use these as signatures. I gotta think about that. So if we folded it this way, it would be way too short. And if we folded it the other way, I think it would be too skinny. But let's see. Let's check. Just take a look and compare this. Actually, that's not too bad, to be honest, but then I would still have to do the, you know, cut them apart and then create signatures on the ends. So I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. there's a few different ways here, and I'm sort of considering I would join this side and maybe create 2 signatures that way, that I would then fold some of these in and some of them I would not. I would just cut. And like, what's the width? Let's check the width of this, because it would be nice to be able to have 2 even pieces out of here, right? Where's my ruler? Here it is. Okay, so this is, oh yeah, 8.5, 8.5, Cindy. Okay, so 4 1/4 is what I would want this to be, and it's currently 4.5. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and cut these down to 4 1/4 as step 1. That would be the better thing to do. And then we'll even them up on each other as well. So 4 1/4. Actually, wait. No, I don't want to do that, because you want your cover to be a little bit bigger. This can stay as is. That's fine. Let's just even these up, like by cutting anything that doesn't match here. So this goes to this, and I think one of these is a bit longer. It is, yeah. So just that titch there needs to go. Okay, now those match up. Let's do the same with this one. And I'm going to tidy up my desk a little. It's kind of getting a little wanky here. A little tiny bit, not as much on this one. Just want to even those. Sorry for the chopping. It happens when you're doing really thick stuff. Okay. Let's get rid of the scraps. And then I think what I'll do, I'll show you how I'm going to do the first of these pages. Let me just move a couple things, put a couple things back. We don't need fabric scissors. Set those scraps over here. Don't need pokey and bone folder right now. All right, that's better. Put the glue over here where it belongs. I need a desk cleanup elf who just lives on my desk and sweeps things away as soon as I'm finished with them, because that would be real nice. Okay, what are we doing? We're doing this. Okay, so let's set our covers aside here. And I think what I'll do, I'm going to take 2 of these. So how many pages do I want to put of this? Quite a few, I think. So how many signatures am I going to put in these? Maybe I'd say, I don't want them to be too thick, but I do want them to have a bit of thickness because we're making a book. Let me think about that. I'll let you know. But first I just want to show you the way I'm going to do the pages with the craft stock. I'm going to take 1 white and 1 brown, and I'm just going to line them up here. And then I have a construction masking tape that I use that is nice and strong, and it doesn't break apart. It doesn't, you know, it's good masking tape. And that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to move everything out of the way so I can have a flat surface here. Okay. Good. And then I just got to get my masking tape started here. Okay, so I'm just getting it started because last time I used it I kind of mangled it a little bit. Okay, come in, we'll lay it on top. Now this masking tape cures in about 60 seconds, so like a minute. So like if you need to readjust it, you can, but you gotta kind of be quick. And I'm only gonna do one side. I'm gonna cut the edge off. And then we'll cut the other edge off. Okay. Then we're going to fold it toward the inside of the tape. So put your fold line on the outside, okay? And in theory, that should be decently straight. Yeah, not too bad. Okay. Just going to line it up, make sure here. Bone folder. And then I just take a bone folder and kind of make sure it's all folded down. Okay, so that'll be the first of these. And then we said this is 8 1/2. So we need to cut it down the middle at 4 1/4. This is where you just really want to make sure you're lined up well. 4 1/4. Okay. Phew, excuse me, I had a sneeze. It was like, am I coming? Am I not? What am I doing? Okay. So then this will be inside here. Going to sit like that, which is good. So then for some of these, we can decide we want to fold them back as a little tip out on either one or both sides. I'm going to do both on this one. You can actually also go, you know, inside or out. Just bring it in. So there, and then that'll be flippies. So I am going to go through a bunch of these now and do that off camera so you don't have to watch. I'm thinking for these books, I want to create probably 3 or 4 signatures of about 6 pages. That would be good. So I'm gonna do these and then I'll come back. So I've got these all put together now, and I know I need to kind of count how many I have. I didn't use all the paper, but I think I'll put together 3 signatures for each book. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then one with flaps. I may end up needing some more of these, but I thought I would just take a minute and like put some together here. 2, 2, 2. So there's 2 pages in each signature of this so far, and 3. 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3. So I just took a tiny break because my husband brought me a tea. So I put the 4th page in each of these. And I'm just trying to alternate the flap and the non-flap pages if I can. I think I messed that one up. Hold on. Yeah. Flap. Yeah, and then I gotta put this one inside. Here we go. 4. Okay. How many do I have left? Just 2 more. I'm just going to put an extra one in the center, or like in the middle signature, whatever, of each book. So it'll have 3 signatures of these papers each, and one will have 5 pages and the others will have 4 of these. Okay. I think some of these might be a little big. I think. Let me see. Line these up. Oh yeah, they are big. I went a little wild on those folds. I didn't fold them back enough. Okay, that's okay. I think what I'll do maybe is just go through these and even them up so that they fit in here. I think part of what it is like when you add a signature, right, it's going to create length because of the bulk back here. So let me just kind of take a look here. Yeah, it's only like a couple of them. I just got to fix that up. So why don't you let me do that? I'm going to make these even. The other thing I'll do, so I don't need to make you wait, is I will, I'm going to do the same thing with these pages, these ledgers. I'm going to put a couple pages in each signature, like maybe one of these together, or I might actually keep this together and then tape these together. So I'll get like all the pages sorted out. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with the herb book. Okay, guys, this is all put together in 2 books. Okay. This is a wild project maybe, but we're going to do the next steps. So I grabbed a couple of these because I want to put like a cute label on the front here. So I'm going to do that. Move this out of the way. I need my mat. So let's just get this straight here. I want this one to be about here. I think that would be cute. Get straight. There we go. And then we're going to put this on with little brads here. There's one. Now this one has that mark on it from the backing of this. Not much I can do about that, I don't think. I don't think I can reverse these, can I? Well, that would be on the back if I did. Unless... yeah, I mean, I could bind this and just round this top edge the same way. Like so, and that would look kind of cool. Yeah, and then we'll just round this one. Yeah, and then we'll just have all the rounded edges at the top. That's nice, yeah. So then I don't have to have the thing on the front. It won't be distracting me. Same thing here. It is so cold today. Oh my goodness. So I've been making this video kind of, you know, in a couple of parts throughout the day because it's a bigger project to get all the pages ready and everything. And I still have a little more to do. But yeah, I went out tonight and it is cold. I was going to go and do some more shopping, like grocery shopping tonight, but I was like, I'm too cold. I can't do it. So those are on. That's good. Then I'll set those aside. Now, what I want is 1 page per signature to have the botanical images on from the herb book. So that means we need like quite a few pages out of here. Now, I think what I'll do, I'll take the signature out one at a time. Actually, this one doesn't have them. Let's move to the pages themselves, maybe. And I could probably go through this book. This is where we want to start, I think. And I don't need to worry about like taking out the whole signature because I'm just going to be using this section and then taping the pages together just like the other ones. So, yeah. So I need 4 pages, like 4 sets of 2 per book. So there's 1, 2. Well, I'll pull that out maybe. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 4. So that's what I need for 1 book. One, 2. 3. I just need 1 more page. 4. Okay. Oh, I should show you what I collected this afternoon while I was walking. Look at these beautiful fiery oak leaves. Aren't they amazing? I'm going to press them. I should actually get rid of this. I'm getting distracted, guys. I know. I just want to get rid of a couple bad ones that I don't want to press. Okay, the rest though, I'm going to press them. Aren't they beautiful pin oak leaves? Oh, just look at that. Just gorgeous. This is what I do when I go on walks. I just pick up random things. Okay. So these need to become 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. So let's see how good this is going to work. So I need 4 1/4. All right, I'm going to trim down what I can off the side. Four 1/4 by 8 1/2. Oh my God, look how perfect that is. That's so perfect. They're literally the exact size that I need. Like, come on. Lovely, loveliness. So, trim the words off the bottom. Yeah, I think I go right under that. And then here we're going to go to 8 1/2. Yeah, and I could probably get rid of the words, but that's fine. Okay, cute. Can I do this together? I think so. Yeah. Okay. So this becomes 8.5. Is that right? 8.5? Yeah. By 4.25. There's 2 more. Earthwort, arnica, horseradish, and southernwood. Cool, cool. I love this woolly burdock so much. So cool. Okay. And then alkanet. These are not attached. Garden Angelica. Okay. Now the alkanet. Oops. Throwing it on the floor. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Okay. And 4.25. Yellow pheasant's eye. Look at me just using my botanical book. Oh, so proud of myself. It's not along with my botanical book hoarding process here. Although I'm not too bad. I do use them. But it's sometimes hard to. They're just so pretty. Last one, 8.5. Okay. So then what I need to do with these is the same as what I did with the other papers, and that's to just take 2 of them, line them up, and mask them together. Okay, so why don't I finish up the rest of these and then I will come back and we'll put it all together. So these are all bound together. Look how pretty they are. Isn't that awesome? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is head back into the little books here. And we're going to put one in every signature. So I kind of just decide where I'm going to put them based on like where there's kind of nothing that interesting, I think. Like these are more a journal than a full-on, you know, junk journal that's been fully, you know, decorated up and stuff. They're like a small, fun journal. And I can even see myself tucking them into another journal depending on what it is. Although I may independently just keep these on their own. We'll see. There's no rules here. Maybe I'll put one on the outside. That will make it interesting. And one in the inside here. Okay, so that's those 4. So these are all the pages that we need for the book. Same thing with this one. Center, yeah. This one will go outside. Inside, okay. All right. So now, I need to get I want to get a few more papers in order to create, how many of these do I have on this journal? Just this one. Okay. So I want to create like a little set of papers that can thread onto this at the back here. And they're just going to sit right there. So I'll be right back. Okay. So I got just some coffee dye papers. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3. In each journal. I'm going to fold the stack of 3 in half. Okay. And then I need to mark kind of like where to make the holes for these to fit. So just a little marker here. So a hole here and a hole here. One. Two. Then I need to chop these down to size. So that way it's fine. This way we need to lose, okay, about 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, I think. 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. So about here, about 4, that makes sense. Move that, keep that together, and then put them on here. They shift a little bit, it's okay, not too big of a deal. 1 and 2. So then we've got these papers as well. So let's repeat the process for the other book, and I just need to double check that it's the same measurement. So that's that one. This one also only has one of those. Yeah, it should be the same measurement, I imagine. Okay. Again, we just fold all 3 papers in half. Center and line that up. Oh, I gotta cut those 4 lines again. Four. Okay. Did I do something weird this time? No? Okay. I thought I did, but I didn't. We're all good. Okay. And then that one, same thing. Okay. Now I need, do I have any good scraps from, yes I do, that brown paper to make my little label thing here. Yes I do. So, put here. Right about there. Fold that in half. Let's see if I can plunk that in, or if I made it still a little too big. I gotta tighten that the brads a little, I think. Yeah, I do. And that needs to get a little bit thicker. These little paper scraps out of here. I'm gonna just fold that in half, put that inside here, and then cut this neatly to size, I think, and then we're gonna glue so it's all one piece. Let's just glue open. There we go. Just gonna stick that in there for a bit of bulking up. It's nice to make a nice, like, firm plate label this way. Okay. Perfect. All right, so there's that one. I'm going to make another one of these, and then I've got to get the stuff together to do my Coptic stitching. So one moment. Okay, so it is time to ink these up. I've got both labels in now. This needs grungy. This needs a little something to just kind of make it look a little more like a field journal or something. So I'm using walnut stain, and then we'll do the edge. Okay, and the inside. That looks so much better. Yay! Okay, now let's do the back. Same thing. On the edge. What an industrious day for an industrious project day. I don't know what has come over me. And I still haven't even dealt with the tickets or that inner folder of the folder. I think I can get away with not doing the folder, but I definitely will be using the tickets. I actually have a plan for those. But we'll go with this. Okay, so that's done. That's done. And I did the other one already, so that you wouldn't have to watch me do the same thing 2 times. So that's those. Now, like I said before, I picked up the ink. I need to get the binding stuff. Okay, binding time. So let's take the signatures out. I also need to just bend this way and bring these down a little. And then we need to line up these 2 covers. Perfecto. And I need my hole punch. The little hole. Okay. So let's line up the 2 covers nicely here. And we're going to put 2 holes in here. One. Oh, that's the wrong hole, I think. Yep. Okay. 1. Keep that lined. And 2. Okay. Now we can fix that again. Then I've got 4 little eyelets. We gotta put those in. 1. 2. 3. 4. Okay. Okay, those are the covers. Now, let's put it back together. Make that nice and tight. Bring all those down to the ground here. Make sure they're all lined up. They are. Good. Now, I'm going to follow my line here and just make a pencil mark all the way across all 4 of those. I'm doing the same now here. Okay, put that down. Then open this up to the center here. This is the center. Okay. Poke our hole. 1 and 2. Fold that back, put it down. 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. 2. One and 2. I just need to. There we go. Okay, good. There we go. 3. And 4. Okay. All right, so that is all punched now. Back cover and last signature. Where did I put my needle here? I need to switch needles for a minute here. Thread. Double knot. Okay. Get in the center here, and we're going to start on the top hole. Bring these back together. And then, oops, where's my thread? There it is. Okay. Line these back up. Come around the back here. And thread that through. And then we're going to loop under left to right here. Okay, we go back in. This is not a tutorial on doing Coptic stitch because I'm not explaining all the pieces. If you want a really good tutorial on doing Coptic stitch, I recommend searching on Treasure Books' channel. She has a great tutorial where she even has like a printable to help you with that. She's really awesome. Okay, so we are back out here. And then we're gonna go, what do I do? Oh yeah, I come back over here through the hole to attach this cover, and then I've got to loop that through from left to right. I got to do it again because I actually threaded it the wrong way. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. Now we go and we get our next signature. We're going to come right in the hole here. Good. Out this one. And come over here and from right to left, Oh, I want to switch my needle to my round needle now because it makes it a lot easier to do that going in between the signatures with your Coptic stitching. When I can't bend this, it's too wide, so my fingers are covered in glue. Okay, it's all good. Okay, right to left. Gotta pay attention because I don't want to mess up those papers on the back there. Okay, right to left. And then next signature. Actually, one sec, I think I did something weird. Hold on. Oh no, I just gotta tighten a little. I'm gonna double check everything. Yeah, okay, all good. That's better. Now we go back in our hole. Make sure we're through all our papers here. Yeah, there we go. Back out. Sorry. This is why I don't do these bindings on camera, because like they're a little tedious. But I also want to kind of show you a little bit of what I'm doing. Okay, good. Then we're going to go right to left between here. And then we're on to the last signature and the front cover. So, boop, boop, boop. Yep, right way. Lay that down. This goes over here. Oh wait, no. We're at the bottom, over here. And through. Then we got to go left to right between here. And then in this hole, our signature, our last signature. Oops. This is the trickiest part right here. Just trying to get that last signature bound. What is my middle page? This one. Okay. Okay. I think. No, it's not. Hold on, we're getting wacky here. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's because I put that extra page in this one. There we go. Okay, now we just got to get all realigned here. Okay, all good. Now, this is fine if this kind of falls apart a little while I do this. The most important thing is just being able to get into this hole properly. Okay, so now we can pull this a little and we can realign everything. This goes here, this goes here. Now, we've got to give a tug on here, a tug on here, and then go back in to where the needle is, thread, and just tug that tight. Sorry if my hands are in the way, not a lot I can do. Gotta bring this all together here. Okay. It's so much harder to do this on camera than not. It's bizarre. All right. Like that tightness. Yeah, that's good. Now, gotta open this back up. Back through. Okay. Let's make sure that, yep, doing its thing. Give this a tug for tightness, and then this a tug for tightness, just to make it taut. Okay, so now we're through here. Then we need to go through here. Okay, then over here, through the cover hole, the last one, then back into that signature hole. No, hold on. Wrong way. There we go. Trickies. Okay, now it's all aligned. Yep, all aligned, good. Not. And I can put the needles away. 1 and 2. 2 knots. And we'll clip that. Okay, now squeeze. Open these, little tug, because this is a 2 hole. It's not quite as stubborn as like a 3 hole would be. We're gonna be able to just straighten this up neatly. Okay, so yeah, that's good. I don't think I need to trim those down. No, they're fine. All right. Beauty. There we go. So it's Coptic stitched closed, and by the magic of YouTube, so is this one. Okay, that's those. So, are you guys still with me here? I didn't cause you to like completely fall asleep yet. Let's get back to this. Okay, so what I have still, and I don't necessarily think I need to do a whole lot more. Like this, you saw what I did with it. I have the, you know, I've got this. I'm going to put some papers on those, kind of like I did here. And then I'm going to cover it. I don't know if, yeah, I'll probably do papers on both sides. So I'll get the papers for those, and we'll do something with this, because why not? But then I also need to work on these tickets a little bit. So the other thing I was thinking with this is I probably want to put a pocket in here. So I'm going to trim these 2 down to create 2 pockets, okay? So let me do a little trimming and collecting, and I'll come back and we'll do the next step of this. Okay, we're still here, and we're going to finish this strong. So I got this project notebook kind of paper. I took 2 sheets of it, folded it just like I did for the, you know, these tabs in the other journals, but with a bit of a different paper. Put some in there, and then on this one too. So we've got papers, and then inside this folder, and then you know, I've got this bent this way so it can go over here. Now I'm gonna make the front of this actually this, and what I did was I cut out one more of those herbal pages, and I think I'm going to put this one on here, but first, before that, I want to go ahead and you know, kind of following in the same theme of the grungy botanical, I'm just going to ink the edges of this a bit. Okay. And glue around the edge. And look who's back, my art glitter glue. I finally used up that other bottle of glue. Okay. So now let's go back over here. Okay. So I want to put that, and then in here we've got this Amazon Basics thing. I want to cover that up with this one. So let's do the same with it. Okay. Yay. Okay, yeah. So I like that. And then if I want to, I could probably do a brad to hold that closed, and then like an elastic or a string or something like that. Even a piece of this would be kind of cool. Eco printed fabric waste. I'm gonna get this project done, guys. I promise. I had no idea I would be doing so much today. I'm a little extra today, I admit. There we go. All right. Those are some strong brads. Why do I keep calling them brads? They're eyelets. Okay. So I can put that through here. Okay, good. Slip knot. And then this like that, so that this can come around and be like a nice little tie on the front. And what is this wonky bit? Oh, I gotta make that thinner. No, I don't want you there. It's like a seam. There we go. That's better. Everything needs the same width to tie up neatly. There we go. Okay, so that's fun. Okay, now, last thing I said I was going to do is the tickets, right? The shell part of this. Shell's probably like, when is she going to get to my stuff? Like, oh my god. What is she doing? I'm getting there, I swear. Bees are going to be my helper to make this more interesting, all this stuff. First we just got to grunge though. That's a prerequisite. Now, How do these come apart? They're perforated? Yeah, perfect. Pink. I need pink. Pink and green. Okay, I'm going to leave enough there that you can still, you know, tell that it's a ticket back there, but I'm going to cover some too. It's something, actually I like that one. Okay, like so, layering, layering. Then, just cut off anything excessive. And I'm going to ink again on top of the sticker because there's no need for all that blue outline in this project, really. I mean, a little bit. I'll let a little peek through because of the blue. I'm going to do something else to this, which is like stitch down the center of both tickets, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So now what these are going to do, so what that stitching did is it reinforced those stickers and also gave me some nice texture. So we've got the backs of these journals now, and I just want to, do I want to cover, no, I don't want to cover that. I just want to make these kind of more interesting. Now I can put them on as ticket pieces. I could cut them apart as tickets, or I could use them as a strip on the back of here. I think I'm going to do the perforation maybe this way, and then I'll use a strip on the back. So let's cut them apart. Yep, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, and then glue, glue, glue. You can still see the numbers. That's very fun. And you can still see the ticket pieces on this one. Okay. Whew, we did it. We did it. We did it. We lived through this. Okay. Now, let's just get this stuff out of the way so I can kind of clean up the deck and show you what we made. Let me just, bear with me. If you've been here all along, I just need another moment of your time. Okay. So we created 2 field guide style journals and then a fun like folder that's like interesting. So I am over the moon with my work today. Like I did a lot today. This is awesome. So, you know, oh, and I put the pockets inside. Remember I said I was going to do that? I did it. And then, you know, here's what the flip through of these will be like. They've got these fun little bits. We've got botanical bits. I would love to take this on a trail walk, to be honest, because, you know, it's got all this craft paper in it. I don't know about if you've ever drawn on brown craft before, but it's so nice. Oh, I love pencil crayons are amazing on brown craft. They feel really great if you like pencil crayons. So yeah, I'm really impressed with these. I think they will be a lot of fun. Yeah. so that's my project for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing these. Hopefully this video doesn't get too long. I really have no concept of how long it's going to be, but every now and then we're going to have a big one, right? So this was a big one. Thank you, Mary Ellen and Shell, for these fun supplies. Clearly you see you sent me on a lift off, and I'm happy about that. Don't forget to check out my friends, because they are my collaborators here, and they're making a fun video for you today too. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow with another project. Bye for now.